What's happening YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So this is being uploaded late and I do apologise for that. A few reasons for it, we'll get into it, it's nothing big. New Year's Eve last year I made a video and it was pretty much an accountability video about my goals, what I wanted to achieve this year. Basically a bit about what I wanted 2025 to be about. Now just to recap, that was, I wanted to seek out opportunities, embrace those opportunities, or maybe even embracing opportunities that come my way that I haven't purposely gone out to look for. Challenging myself both personally and professionally. Now I'm doing a Hyrox in March. Trying to grow an online coaching platform, amongst other things. Why is this late? Firstly, so it's the 3rd of Feb. It's Monday, and last week was a bit of a shit week. One of the things I'm not going to talk about, it's too personal, but it was pretty shit. And then after that, I think it was about 12 to 24 hours after that, I then got sacked from F45. Now, I am not an idiot. I fully understand that there's going to be people watching this video that will report back to Matt or form their own opinions from this. Firstly, what I do want to say is a big thank you to Matt. He gave me an opportunity to work for him, to work for F45. And at the time I didn't have a job, I had no income, I couldn't even afford my bills. So I'm very, very grateful that he did give me the opportunity to work there and to have an income. It enabled me to network with very different people, make some good working relations, make some good just good connections in general for potential future plans. And I will genuinely be forever grateful for it. Reasons being that I had to leave F45. I don't agree with all of them. To be honest, he probably had maybe 1 or 2 valid points that I will genuinely take on board. But it is what it is. It's his train set, his studio, and I respect his decision. It is what it is. Sometimes you don't always fit in where you thought you would fit in. Anywho, this leads me on to everything happens for a reason and embracing opportunities as they come along. In January, we had some very good growth, to be completely honest. And when I look at my spreadsheet, I am now starting to track followers gained over my platform. So YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Started January on Instagram with 1,156 followers. And we grew to 3,050 in a month, which is absolutely insane. And to be fair, it is a few less than that. It's just when I took this screenshot on the 1st of Feb, it was slightly higher. But yeah, 3,050. So we had a total growth of 1,894 on Instagram. TikTok, we started off in January with 1,192. We're now at 1,775. So a 583 increase. And YouTube, 292 subscribers. We were sat on 373 on the 1st of Feb, which was 81 follower increase or subscriber increase. That is a total of 2,558 across all 3 platforms, which is absolutely insane. And that's thank you to yourself for liking, engaging, and sharing the content. I'd like to think that some of the content I'm making is engaging and appeals attraction. But yeah, it's good. I'm happy with the way that this is going. I'll continue to track this to get towards my end goal of 10k on Instagram, 10k on TikTok, or 5k, I can't remember what I said. I think it was 10k, and 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now, I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason. The good, the bad, the ugly. And all the shit thing that happens in life leads you down certain paths, and I do believe most of these are lessons. You've got to learn from them. I kind of feel that I've gone through some lessons quite a few times until I actually got the lesson from it, if that makes sense. But everything happens for a reason. 12 hours before I was asked to leave F45, I was dropped a text from there were 2 old members from F45, and they texted me with a business proposal. Or they said they had a business proposal, they'd like to speak to me if I was interested. Now, I wasn't earning that much money from F45. I'm on universal credit at the moment. That will now change, thank the Lord. And I was getting help from the Royal British Legion to help me get food. So, of course, I was very intrigued, and I said, yes, let's have this conversation. So they phoned me that evening, and they said to me that we have a job offer. They went through some of the ins and outs of what I'd be doing. Long story short, I said, I'm interested. However, I do like working at F45 at the minute. So is there a chance we can work this alongside each other? Fast forward 12 hours later, I get asked to leave F45, and I'm like, do you know what? You've just made my decision a hell of a lot easier. I'm all in. I'm a big believer that someone somewhere knew what was going on in my life, or knew conversations that had been happening behind my back, and they looked out for me. So fortunately for me, as much as I'd lost a job, on the Wednesday. I then walked straight into a job that very same day. Now, you've probably heard the saying that things happen in threes. I had my first. I then got asked to leave F45, and then 10 minutes after leaving F45, some twat drove straight into the back of me, and then had the audacity to say, "Sorry, I didn't see you. I don't know what happened. My wife and I were driving, looking at the houses. Next thing you know, we hit you." Cheers, geez. But as always, I'm not doing this for sympathy. I'm not doing this for clout. This is my accountability tool. And I said on New Year's Eve last year that I was going to be as transparent as I can be to hold me accountable. And yeah, this is what I'm doing. This is what this video is. It's my January recap, I suppose. Positive things that did happen in January. The social media growth for me is a massive, massive prof. And I'm really happy with how that's going and how it still is going. I managed to make some new connections on LinkedIn through a post that I did reflecting on last year and some of the stuff that I went through. But conversations were had with people that have allowed me to network, gain new relationships, which potentially could open up doors to different things in the future. Yes, I may not be working at F45 anymore, but I still got that experience of working in a studio and taking classes again, and that gave me my oomph back. It also revitalized my online coaching and pushed me in that way and making me want to be better. Be under no illusion on your own journey. Never compare your journey to someone else's. Things are going to happen. They're going to be good, there's going to be bad, and there's going to be indifferent. There is no point, especially when the bad or indifferent stuff happens, sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, talking about it all the time, being like, "Oh my God, can't believe this happened to me." That victim mindset, it's not going to get you anywhere in life. You need to sit back, reevaluate what's been going on, formulate a plan, and go from there. My plan going into February, not a lot has really changed. I now work a 9 till 5. It's fully remote, which is amazing. That benefits me. It benefits my family. I've got a salary now, which means my bills are 100% paid each and every single month. So I've now got stability. And again, another positive from January, I now have stability in my life. I don't have to worry about my bills being paid for. I can come off universal credit, which is, I know some people might be like, "Oh, what are you doing? Try and grab what you can." But for me, that's a bit of a pride thing. I no longer need the help of Royal British Legion because I have around about £200-300 left over now from the salary that I'm earning. So I'd like to think I don't need their help. My partner and I managed to sort some shit out. We sorted out our differences and we've come back together. And I've not been this happy in a very long time. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for this new job. It's something I've never, ever done before in my life. But I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to give it my best. I'm going to try and learn. And I know that I adapt quickly to new environments. So I've going to have to try my best as always. We're just under 7 weeks now out from Hyrox in Malaga. And I'm very excited. Ella's signed up to it, which is class. There's me, Ella, Ryan, Tori, Beth. We've got a right squad going out to Spain. And I'm very excited. Not only to compete, it's the first time I've actually ever competed in anything like this in my life. I'd always said I wanted to compete in a CrossFit competition or something like that, but I just never did. I was a wimp. I never really signed up to anything. So it is exciting. January's been a hell of a month. It's been more positive than it has been negative. I'm still heading in the right direction. You're going to hit speed bumps on the way, no matter what path you take, whatever you're trying to chase, whatever your dreams, whatever your goals are. But you've got to take the rough with the smooth. And remember, it's how you bounce back from a setback. If there's one thing we can ultimately control in life, it's how we respond as humans to situations. You can respond in an angry way, you can respond in an emotional way, you can respond with no response. Everyone is different. However, we control our actions and behaviours. And what we need to try and do is ensure that they are a positive thing, not a negative thing. I try to have a 5-10 minute absolute moan fest of what's pissed me off that day. Depends on the severity, in all honesty. Sometimes it could be a couple of hours. But I set a time aside and I go, right, this is what's going to happen. I've got this much time to moan about it, cry about it, whatever the fuck it may be, and then it's gone. I've got a very toxic trait of unfortunately being able to cut people off and cut things out of my life, especially unnecessary shit. So as much as some things may have happened in January, they haven't dwindled my mindset or anything of the sort. I'm still happy, I'm still driven, I'm still motivated, and I can't wait to see what February has in store for me. 4 weeks have been done of this year. 4 weeks of 52 have been done. 1 of 12 months is now been completed. You've had 4 new chapters of 2025 already done. What have you done with them? How have you written them? Have they been positive? Have they been negative? Where could you develop? The first month of this year, of 2025, has been done. Have you achieved your goals? Have you achieved the micro goals, which inevitably long-term lead to your big-time goals? What can you do better? These are all things that I do when it comes to reflection. I like to do reflection quite a bit because it enables me to stay accountable and realise where I've gone wrong and where I can do better in order to achieve my goals. Anyway, I feel I've rambled on somewhat for this accountability video. To finish off, to summarise, social media growth is going very well. Instagram especially, that's the one that's working well for me at the moment. YouTube, again, also doing very well. In regards to my personal challenges, when it comes to Hyrox, training is going absolutely awesome. I feel strong, I feel fit, and I can't wait for that. Just under 7 weeks out. When it comes professionally, I am struggling a little bit, I'm not going to lie. I'm finding it hard to try and convert people from trying to get everything for free, because essentially that's what people do, that's what they want. They want to get everything for free without having to fucking put their hands into their pockets. But that's fine. Client growth has only grown by 1 in a month, which isn't that many at all. But that's fine, and I'm happy with it. It is what it is. That's something for me to work on. Overall, January's been a good month. It's been a positive month. And yeah, until the next video, I will see you next time.